Hi guys, Richard Herford here from StockMarketTodayOnline.com. I've just run through a couple of figures for you to compare a situation where you would one actually buy a stock position, or position two where you'd actually take out a CFD in that stock. And I'd like you to consider a situation where you bought, say, stock A and you paid $100,000 for the stock. The stock actually moves upwards by 2%, therefore you'd make $2,000. In the second scenario, you would buy a CFD in the stock, which would only require a deposit of $5,000. If the price moves again by 2%, we still make the same amount of money, which is $2,000. So looking at those figures, the normal stock position gives you a 2% cash on cash return. A CFD trade position actually gives you a 40% cash on cash return. So without having access to $100,000 to buy the shares, it's still possible to make the same amount of money. I have to remind you that obviously these are leveraged positions. So conversely, if the stock falls by 2%, then in the case of the stock position, your value of shares will now be $98,000. And in the case of a CFD, the contract would now only be worth $3,000. That wraps up the CFD series, and thanks very much. That's Richard Herford, StockMarketTodayOnline.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.